Look, this is a very important part of the proceedings today. We have on the stage 3 of the past 5 Archangel awardees. To my far left, Bill Payne. Next to me, Andy Hamilton, and myself from last year. There's been 2 other awardees, so Stephen Tyndall and Phil McCaw, and unfortunately neither of them are here. We are the ones that have made the decision to award a new Archangel Award in 2015. However, today we're going to do something slightly different. We're going to give a notable mention to someone who has made an outstanding contribution to the industry over the last 15 years. Andy.
The relationship that we have with the government in New Zealand has been quite unique and value-adding to us. 15 years ago, the New Zealand Venture Investment Fund was started, and after about 3 or 4 years, the Seed Co-Investment Fund was created. Money, best practice, all of these summits, all of the international visitors that have come to New Zealand, and behind all of that has been a lady called Francesca Banga. So, Frank, we just did want to acknowledge you. I know that there will be other farewells and thank yous, but we did want to recognise everything that you've done. 2 things stand out for me as a legacy when I think about you, and one we are very grateful for. The grateful bit is for all of the crap that you've got to put up with dealing with all the boffins in Wellington. You know, many people think that it's easy to create a partnership with government, but it's all the conversations that go back that started with, hey, we're going to get some government money and we're going to give it to some rich guys who are going to make money from it. You know, and I can tell you in the early days, that was the conversation. Why would we as government give money to rich guys? Well, we know the reality is that it enables jobs, it transforms economies. But for you to go and do all of that, and to do it consistently, and I know it has been unbelievably challenging. So you have a great poker face, Frank, and you have many secrets. The legacy is about the people. And the thing I think at the end of the day that we are extremely proud of your legacy is the whole program created the opportunity for us to deal with entrepreneurs and for us as angels to get to know each other. And that's what's very special. So I think those 2 things are your legacy. We're very grateful, and we just did want to recognise your contribution.
So in terms of the 2015 awardee, this goes to someone who served the whole industry, both from an investor, lead investor getting involved with companies, and the administration. That's the objective, to find someone who's got involved right through. And to be fair, we had some really outstanding candidates in terms of, with the industry having been going for the time it has, they're now building up quite a number of angels who are doing a great job, particularly around investing and taking a leadership role. The problem is we had a little problem this year, and one of the rules was that no incumbent member of the council should be an Archangel awardee. This year, we are breaking that rule. This person has made an outstanding contribution at local level, at the club level, been involved in the ecosystem such as the accelerators. As a mentor, more importantly probably is his role with investee companies. He's done an outstanding contribution there, but more importantly at a national level. Without further ado, I announce the 2015 Archangel Award to Chief Marcel.
Well, this has come out of left field, I have to tell you. Jesus, yeah, I'm so honoured, hey? And I think it's just a reflection of what we're about. You know, getting out there to make a difference, to create value. That's the basis on which I started this. If you can create value in the eyes of customers, in the eyes of partners, in the eyes of investors, then strangely enough, you get a return on investment. And some of that's financial, and the rest of it is just the satisfaction of having contributed and raised the bar for us individually and collectively. So this is just a buzz. Thanks, guys. And I've been in this game, I think, as a formal angel investor for about 10 years or maybe a little more, so around 10 years. I was a friend, family, fool previously, having thrown a bit of money into this and that, and really found my place in an environment where you could work with like-minded people nationally and internationally. You could work with genuinely good people, people that are making a difference in their own communities, in their own parts of the world, in their own sector. And I've had such a buzz travelling, adventuring to Silicon Valley and further east and into Asia, and I plan to continue to do that. In the period that I've been in the angel space, built a portfolio of about 25 companies. Some of them have had a significant contribution, others have had, I call them the longer tail of speculative ventures. Some of them I get very heavily involved in, so I call it active governance. Some entrepreneurs might call it overactive governance, but most of them have got over it. But that's what it takes. It's really, you really have to roll your sleeves up to make that difference. I've had a great run, not just on the soft metrics. I've really enjoyed it, met great people. I think learnt a lot. That's one of the reasons you do this stuff. You don't know it all. You work with young folk with new ideas. It's very energising, very engaging. Very pleased to, with the green button experience, of course. That was a tremendous learning experience. Thank you, Bob, for helping contribute to that. Look forward to repeating that, time and time again. Maybe not with you. So that sort of became a real catalyst, from my perspective in terms of how to make it happen. Since then, there's a couple of others that are in the exit lounge. We've got a letter of intent for another company. We're in the negotiating the definitive agreement at the moment. So before the year's out, might be able to hit my target of one exit a year over the next 5 years. So the documentation's still got to come through, but we're quite confident that we'll have a definitive agreement before the end of the year. And next year, I have a company that will likely IPO. So we're sort of testing all the different scenarios and options, and I'm drinking out of a fire hose and loving every minute of it. Thanks, guys.